Is social media about to become unrecognizable? Are we on the verge of a social media revolution? On this episode of Beyond the Click, we'll delve into the bold predictions for the future of social media, and you might be surprised by what we uncover.
Welcome to our deep dive into the future of social media. We're going to be exploring some predictions for 2025, and let me tell you, it's going to get pretty wild.
Yeah, it really is.
We're on the verge of a huge transformation, mostly thanks to AI-generated content. It's becoming almost impossible to tell the difference between that and stuff created by, us humans.
Right.
So imagine this. You're scrolling through your feed, see a funny meme, a travel pic, or maybe even a blog post, but you have no clue if a person or an algorithm made it.
Yeah, I can see that happening already, can't
Totally. It's like, what's even real anymore,
For sure. It definitely blurs the lines. And the crazy thing is, this isn't some far-off future. This is happening in just a couple years.
Oh, for sure.
And this AI content explosion, the 2025 trend analysis we're looking at, says that's just the beginning.
Okay, so what else did this analysis say? Spill it.
Well, first of all, get ready for a content tsunami.
A content tsunami.
Yeah, the report predicts a massive surge in the amount of content published every single day, and AI is going to fuel most of it, meaning the fight for attention is about to get a whole lot more intense.
Oh, so it's not just about creating anymore, it's about making sure your content actually gets seen, right?
Exactly.
So how do we cut through the noise?
Well, one of the big takeaways from this analysis is that direct connections with your audience are going to be more important than ever.
Oh, interesting.
Forget algorithms.
Forget the algorithm.
Yeah, forget them.
Wow.
The future is about building real relationships.
Okay.
And things like newsletters and live streams, those are going to be key.
Why those?
Well, they let you bypass those algorithms we were just talking about and talk directly to your followers.
So it's like having a direct line to your favorite creator, no more hoping the algorithm will, bless you with their latest post.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a big shift. And this shift toward direct connections has big implications for brands, too.
Oh, how so?
Well, the report says we're going to move away from that traditional influencer model,
Yeah.
They're predicting something they call creators in residence. Interesting.
Right, creators in residence. I like that. What's that all about?
Well, instead of brands just looking at, how many followers somebody has, they're going to be looking for people who can actually make people want to buy their products or services no matter their follower count.
Ooh, interesting.
These creators in residence are basically going to be woven into a brand's marketing strategy. They'll be building long-term relationships and crafting super targeted content.
So it's about quality of influence over just the sheer number of followers.
Exactly. It's about finding those hidden gems who can actually move the needle.
I like it. Find the gems. But this brings up a big question.
What's that?
If AI can basically create any type of content,
Yeah.
what role will human creativity even play in the future?
That's a really good question.
It's like if algorithms can churn out blog posts and memes and even music, what makes us, humans special?
Yeah.
What can we offer that a machine can't?
Well, that's where things get really interesting, because with AI generating tons of generic content, what becomes truly valuable? Authenticity.
So it's not just about being creative, it's about being uniquely you, like showcasing your personality, your quirks, your experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. The things that make you stand out from, that sea of AI-generated sameness.
Right, because there's going to be so much of it.
Exactly. The analysis really emphasizes this, creators who can really show off their unique style and their voice, they're going to have a serious advantage. And they also say that personal branding is going to become even more important.
So it's like building your own little world online.
Exactly.
A space that reflects who you are and what you represent.
That's exactly it. The analysis calls it world building, and it's going to be a big way for creators and brands to stand out.
World building. Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
All right, so picture this. You find a creator online, their visuals are awesome, their writing style's catchy and fun, their videos suck you in, you totally lose track of time.
Yeah.
But it's more than just the individual pieces, it's how it all works together to create a cohesive experience.
It's like you step into their world and everything feels connected.
Yeah.
Like you know what you're going to get and you trust their perspective.
Exactly. And that's the key to this whole world building thing. Intentionality.
Intentionality.
Yeah, every element has to be in line with your overall brand, your message, your website, social media profiles, even your email newsletters. They should all feel like they belong to the same universe.
So it's not just about posting randomly.
No, not at all.
It's about crafting an experience that really speaks to your audience, draws them in, and makes them want to stay.
Right. It's like creating a digital home for your brand.
Digital home. I like that.
And in this new landscape with AI pumping out content like crazy, that sense of, cohesion and intentionality, that's going to be crucial for cutting through the noise and building a loyal following.
Man, this has already blown my mind, and we've only just scratched the surface.
I know, right? It's a lot.
It seems like the future of social media is all about adapting and, embracing the unexpected.
You got it. And in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to explore even more strategies for thriving in this exciting, always changing digital landscape.
I can't wait. Welcome back to our deep dive into the future of social media. I'm still kind of processing everything we talked about in the first part,
Oh, yeah. It's a lot to take in.
AI content explosions, creators in residence, this whole world-building thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around.
It is, but what's really cool, I think, is that it's not just about, the tech itself.
Yeah.
It's about what this tech lets us do as creators and how we can, really connect with audiences on a deeper level.
Absolutely. Speaking of connection, last time we talked about that idea of world building.
Right.
And I got to admit, it's one of those things that's been stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Can we unpack that a little more? What does world building actually look like in practice?
Sure. Let's say you're passionate about, I don't know, sustainable living. You could create this really amazing online world where everything from the visuals you use to the language in your captions, reinforces that whole idea,
Okay.
Think about it. Beautiful images of nature, DIY tips for eco-friendly projects.
Yeah.
Maybe some recipes for plant-based meals, even thought-provoking discussions about being a conscious consumer.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see how it all fits together to create a more immersive experience.
Right.
Each piece of content is like a brushstroke,
Mm-hmm.
and you're painting this bigger picture of who you are and what you care about.
Exactly. And the best part is, world building lets you tap into that emotional side of your audience. It's
yeah.
not just about information. It's about creating a feeling,
Right.
a sense of belonging, giving your audience a reason to care, a reason to come back for more.
That makes total sense because in a world with so much content, it's not enough to just be interesting or informative, right?
Right.
You need to create something that people connect with on a deeper level.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where that whole creator in residence thing comes in. It's not just about, creating a world. It's
Yeah.
about inviting people into that world and making them feel like they're a part of something special.
I like that. So how does this creator in residence model actually work? What does that partnership between a creator and a brand look like? Give me an example.
Okay, so let's say there's this fitness apparel brand, right?
Okay.
And they want to tap into the yoga community. Instead of just sponsoring a bunch of yoga instructors for one-off posts,
Yeah.
they might partner with a creator in residence who already has a strong following there and really gets their audience's needs and aspirations.
So this creator isn't just pushing the brand's products.
Right.
They're actually co-creating with the brand.
Exactly.
Developing content that works for both of them.
Exactly. They might make exclusive workout videos for the brand's app.
Okay.
Host live Q&A sessions about yoga and wellness, maybe even help design a whole clothing line that reflects their own personal style.
That's really cool.
It is, wow.
It feels way more authentic than a traditional sponsorship.
Yeah,
And it gives the creator a lot more creative control.
exactly. And because it's a long-term thing, both the creator and the brand get to build trust and loyalty with the audience. It's a win-win.
Totally. This is making me realize that the future of social media isn't just about chasing trends or algorithms.
Yeah, it's not.
It's about building real connections and making something meaningful.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And that brings us back to human creativity in the age of AI.
Oh, right.
While AI can make content, it can't replicate that human touch, the emotion, the lived experience that we bring to the table.
So in a way, AI is kind of forcing us to be more human, more ourselves, more in touch with what makes us, special.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And that brings me to another interesting thing from the analysis. The need for adaptability.
Right. Adapt or fade away. But seriously, what does adaptability actually look like for creators in this constantly changing digital world?
Well, it's about being willing to try new things,
Okay.
to experiment, to like change direction when something isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
It's about staying curious and always learning.
So it's like having a growth mindset, being open to new stuff and like not being afraid of the unknown.
Exactly. Think of it like this. The future of social media isn't a destination, it's a journey.
Okay.
And like any journey, there are going to be unexpected twists and turns along the way.
I like that. That's a good analogy. But for creators who might be feeling a little overwhelmed by all of this, what's like one piece of advice you would give them to, navigate this new world?
Don't be afraid to experiment, try new tools, explore new platforms, and see what works for your audience.
Okay.
And remember, it's okay to, fail sometimes, actually. Failing is usually the best way to learn.
So it's all about learning as you go, being flexible, and staying open to new things. It sounds like a pretty exciting time to be a creator.
It really is. And in the last part of our deep dive, we'll get into some more specific tactics and strategies that creators can use to get ready for this AI-powered future.
Awesome.
We'll talk about how to actually use these trends to build a really successful online presence.
I'm so ready for that, listeners. Stay tuned because we're about to get even more tactical. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the future of social media. We've covered a lot of ground, AI content explosions, the rise of creators in residence, but now I want to get down to like the actual, what can creators actually do to get ready for this new world?
That's the big question. And while there's no one-size-fits-all answer, the analysis does give some pretty concrete strategies that creators can start using right now.
Okay, I'm all ears. Hit me with that tactical roadmap. What's step one?
Well, the first step might sound a little weird, but it's to embrace the AI.
Embrace the AI. But isn't AI the thing everyone's like worried about? Like the thing that's going to take our jobs and make us all obsolete?
It all comes down to how you look at it.
Okay.
Instead of thinking of AI as like a threat, what if you thought of it as a super powerful tool?
Okay.
A tool that can actually make you more creative and efficient.
So instead of fearing the robot overlords, we should be figuring out how to work with them.
Exactly. And the good news is there are already tons of AI tools out there that can help creators with like everything.
Like what kind of stuff?
Everything from coming up with content ideas to scheduling posts to like analyzing how your audience is engaging.
So how can we actually use these AI tools to our advantage? Give me like a real world example.
Okay, let's say you're a food blogger who's always struggling to think of new content ideas. You could use an AI tool to look at like current food trends, find popular keywords, even get recipe ideas based on what your audience likes.
So it's like having a super-powered brainstorming partner who's always on top of the latest trends.
Exactly. And then you can take those AI-generated ideas and, add your own spin, your own voice, your own culinary magic, and make something really special.
So that AI gives you the ingredients, and then you're the chef who turns them into an amazing meal.
I like that. And the cool thing is these AI tools are constantly evolving and becoming more, sophisticated. The possibilities are really endless.
This is making me feel a lot better about AI's role in all of this. It's not about replacing human creativity.
Yeah,
It's about adding to it.
exactly. Which brings us to another important strategy. Going deep, not wide.
Going deep, not wide, what does that even mean?
It's about really focusing on building a strong, engaged community.
Okay.
Instead of just chasing after, like, vanity metrics like follower count.
So it's about quality over quantity, but in a world where everyone's fighting for attention, how do you actually cut through the noise and build those real connections?
It starts with knowing your audience, Like, who are they? What are they interested in? What problems are they trying to solve? Once you really understand your audience, you can make content that speaks directly to their needs and wants.
So it's about making content that really resonates with your people, the ones who actually care about what you have to say.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get personal.
Oh, yeah, people love that stuff.
Yeah, share your story, your struggles, your wins, People connect with authenticity, so let your personality shine through.
So embrace the AI. Go deep with your community. What else? Hit me with some more of that tactical wisdom.
Here's another one. Diversify your income streams.
That's good advice for anyone, really. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? But how can creators actually do that in this new world?
Think about it like this. In the past, creators usually relied on ad revenue or brand sponsorships, right?
Yeah.
But now, as the creator economy changes, we're seeing a move towards more direct ways of making money.
So creators are like cutting out the middleman and finding ways to earn directly from their audience.
Exactly. And there are so many options these days.
Like what?
You can do online courses or workshops, create special content for paid subscribers, sell merch, even host virtual events.
So it's like you've got this whole toolbox of ways to make money.
Exactly.
So you're not just a content creator, you're a full-blown entrepreneur.
Right. And this, diversifying thing, not only does it make creators more financially stable,
Right.
it also helps them build deeper connections with their audience.
Oh, so.
Well, when someone buys your course or becomes a paying subscriber, they're really investing in you and your vision.
It's like taking that connection to the next level.
Exactly. And that's the amazing thing about this new creator economy. It's letting creators build real businesses while still doing what they love.
I love this has been such an eye-opening conversation. But before we wrap things up, is there like one last piece of advice you'd give to creators who might be feeling a little lost in all this change?
Yeah. Stay curious.
Stay curious. I like that. It's so simple, but so powerful.
The world of social media is always changing, so you got to stay ahead of the game,
Wow.
Read industry blogs, play around with new platforms and tech, go to conferences. Just never stop learning and growing.
Be a lifelong student of the digital world. Got it.
Exactly.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this epic deep dive into the future of social media.
It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has.
And I really hope our listeners feel ready to tackle these changes with, confidence and creativity.
I know I do. So, to recap our tactical roadmap for the future, embrace the AI, go deep with your community, diversify your income streams, and most importantly, stay curious.
The future of social media isn't something happening to us, it's something we're building together, so let's go out there and make it amazing.
Yes, let's make it human, let's make it meaningful, and let's make it our own. Thanks for joining us on this crazy journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and stay connected.